Hello, everyone, and welcome to Learnify English. My name is Lauren, and I am so excited to guide you today. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and give this video a like, because what you are about to learn could completely change the way you feel about English job interviews. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt nervous before a job interview in English? Maybe your heart starts beating fast. Your hands get sweaty, and your mind goes blank. You know the answers in your own language. But in English, the words just don't come out the way you want. If you've ever experienced that, then this video is made for you. Today, we are going to work on one of the most important skills you need in life: how to speak confidently in a job interview in English. And don't worry, we are going to take it step by step. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to know every single word in English. You just need to learn some simple structures, useful phrases, and a clear way to organize your answers. By the end of this full lesson, you will be able to answer the most common interview questions with confidence. Even if you are a beginner, you will know what to say when the interviewer asks, "Tell me about yourself." You will know how to respond when they say, "Why should we hire you?" You will also learn how to handle tricky questions, like talking about your strengths and weaknesses. But before we start practicing, I want you to imagine something. Imagine walking into an interview room. You sit down across from the interviewer. You take a deep breath, and when they ask the first question, you smile. And you already know exactly what to say. You feel calm, you feel clear, you feel confident. That is what we are going to build together in this video. Now, let me explain how this lesson will work. This video is divided into different parts, and each part focuses on a specific skill or a common question. We will begin with introductions, because the very first question you often hear is, "Can you tell me about yourself?" From there, we will move to questions about your experience, your strengths, your weaknesses, and your goals. Then we will look at more advanced questions, like problem solving, teamwork, and leadership. Finally, we will practice strategies to close the interview in a strong way. Here's the most important thing. You don't need to memorize long, complicated answers. In fact, that can make you sound unnatural. Instead, I will show you short, clear sentences and simple patterns that you can use. We will repeat them together, so you can practice out loud. Think of this as a safe space where you and I are sitting together, preparing step by step. And let me tell you something very important. Many people think they cannot succeed in an English interview because their grammar is not perfect, or because they don't have a big vocabulary. That is not true. Interviewers are not expecting you to sound like a native speaker. They are looking for someone who can communicate clearly, confidently, and positively. If you can do that, you already stand out. So, stay with me until the very end of this lesson, because each part connects to the next. If you miss one part, you may miss a strategy that makes a big difference. And remember, if you find this lesson helpful, please like this video and subscribe to Learnify English, because we have many more lessons just like this to help you succeed. Let's set a small goal together right now. By the end of part 1, you will understand the overall plan and feel motivated. By the end of this entire video, you will have practiced real answers that you can use immediately in your next interview. Doesn't that sound powerful? Now, before we move forward, let's talk about mindset. Why mindset? Because many learners focus only on the language, but they forget the way they feel. Confidence begins in your mind. If you walk into an interview thinking, "I will fail, my English is not good enough," then even if you know the right words, you may not say them well. But if you go in thinking, "I am ready, I can do this, I know simple sentences that work," then your body language, your voice, and your energy will all be stronger. Here's a secret. Interviewers don't just listen to your words, they watch your eyes, your smile, your posture, and your energy. If you sound positive and clear, they will feel confident about you as a candidate. And that is what we are going to practice in this series. So here's what I want you to do right now. Sit up straight. Take a deep breath with me. Inhale slowly and exhale slowly. Good. Now say this sentence out loud with me. I can do this. Let's say it again. I can do this. One more time. Louder. I can do this. Very good. That is the kind of positive energy we are going to keep as we continue. All right, let's now look at the roadmap of this lesson. In part 2, we will begin with one of the most common and important questions. Can you tell me about yourself? This question may seem simple, but many learners make mistakes here. Some give too much personal information. Others give very short answers. Like, my name is Anna. I am from Brazil. That is not enough. You need a short, clear, professional answer that shows your personality and your strengths. In part 2, I will show you exactly how to structure your introduction in 3 simple steps. You will learn useful phrases and patterns, and we will practice them together. That way, when you walk into your next interview, you will feel ready from the very first question. So, if you are excited, make sure you stay with me. Remember, this is just the beginning. And before we jump into part 2, don't forget to subscribe to Learnify English and give this video a like. It really helps us reach more learners like you, and it makes me so happy to know that you are part of this learning community. Take another deep breath, smile, and get ready. Because in part 2, we are going to build your very first answer for an English job interview. And trust me, once you have this introduction ready, your confidence will grow immediately. Let's get started. All right? Welcome back. In this part, we are going to focus on the very first and most common interview question. Can you tell me about yourself? This question may sound simple, but it is extremely important. Why? Because your answer sets the tone for the rest of the interview. If you answer clearly and confidently, the interviewer will immediately feel good about you. If you struggle, they might think you are not prepared. So, let's make sure you are ready. Now, here's the mistake that many learners make. Some people give very short answers like, my name is Maria. I am from Mexico. That answer is too basic. It doesn't tell the interviewer anything about your skills or your professional background. On the other hand, some people talk for too long, giving their full life story. That also doesn't work. You need something in between: short, clear, professional, and confident. So, how can you do that? I am going to teach you a simple 3-step structure. If you follow this structure, you will always have a good answer. Here it is. Step 1. Say who you are. Step 2. Talk about your professional background. Step 3. Mention your current goal. Let's practice each step together. Step 1. Who you are. This is just your name and one short fact about you. For example, my name is Anna, and I am a customer service specialist. Or, my name is David, and I recently graduated with a degree in computer science. Step 2. Your professional background. Here, you give 1 or 2 sentences about your work experience or education. For example, I have 3 years of experience working in customer service, where I developed strong communication and problem-solving skills. Or, during my studies, I completed an internship in software development, where I worked on real projects with a team. Step 3. Your current goal. Now, you connect your background to the job you want. For example, I am excited about this position because it will allow me to use my communication skills to support customers and grow within your company. Or, I am looking for an opportunity to apply my technical knowledge in a professional environment, and continue to develop my skills. Do you see how simple that is? 3 steps: who you are, your background, and your goal. Let's put it all together. Here's a full example. My name is Anna, and I am a customer service specialist. I have 3 years of experience working in customer service, where I developed strong communication and problem-solving skills. I am excited about this position because it will allow me to use my communication skills to support customers and grow within your company. Clear, professional, and short. That's all you need. Now let's try another example for a student or recent graduate. My name is David, and I recently graduated with a degree in computer science. During my studies, I completed an internship in software development, where I worked on real projects with a team. I am looking for an opportunity to apply my technical knowledge in a professional environment and continue to develop my skills. Again, short and clear. The interviewer will immediately know who you are, what you have done, and why you want the job. Now, I want you to practice with me, wherever you are. Repeat this structure out loud. Start with your name. Say, "My name is your name, and I am your profession or background." Then add 1 sentence about your experience. Finally, say 1 sentence about your goal. Take a moment to try it now. Say it out loud, even if you feel shy. Practicing out loud is the best way to prepare. Very good. The more you practice this, the more natural it will feel in the real interview. Here's an extra tip. Don't speak too quickly. Many learners try to rush because they feel nervous, but if you speak too fast, the interviewer might not understand you. Instead, speak slowly and clearly. It is better to say fewer words with confidence than many words with mistakes. Also, remember to smile. A smile makes you look confident and positive. It shows the interviewer that you are happy to be there, even if your English is not perfect. Your smile and body language will make a big difference. Let me give you one more advanced version for someone with more experience. My name is Sarah, and I am a marketing professional with 5 years of experience in digital marketing. In my previous role, I managed social media campaigns that increased engagement by 40%. I am excited about this opportunity because I want to bring my marketing skills to a larger company and contribute to innovative campaigns. Do you see how that works? It's still 3 steps, but it includes a specific achievement if you have experience. It's always a good idea to mention one concrete result, like a number, a percentage, or an achievement. That makes your answer stronger. Now, let's quickly review the 3-step structure. Who you are, your professional background, your current goal. Keep it short, about 3 to 5 sentences. That's the perfect length. In your practice, I recommend writing down your answer, but don't memorize it word for word. If you memorize, you might sound unnatural. Instead, practice with different words, but keep the structure the same. That way, in the interview, you will feel flexible and confident. Before we finish part 2, let me ask you, can you think of your own answer right now? If yes, pause for a moment and say it out loud. If not, take a piece of paper and write down 3 simple sentences: who you are, your background, and your goal. All right. In part 3, we are going to look at another very common interview question. Why do you want to work here? This is a question where many learners struggle because they don't know what the interviewer really wants to hear. But don't worry, I will show you exactly how to answer in a clear and professional way. So, stay with me. And remember, if you are finding this lesson helpful, give this video a like and subscribe to Learnify English so you don't miss the next parts. Take a deep breath. Practice your introduction one more time. And let's get ready for part 3, where we will build your next strong answer. In this part, we are going to focus on one of the most important interview questions. Why do you want to work here? This question is not just about the job, it's about the company. The interviewer wants to know two things. First, are you interested in their company specifically? Or are you just looking for any job? Second, do your values and goals match what the company does? If you can show them that you truly want to work for their company, you will make a strong impression. But here's the problem. Many learners give answers that are too general. For example, someone might say, because I need a job, or because your company is very famous. These answers are weak. They do not show preparation, and they don't make you stand out. So how can you answer this question in a strong way? I will teach you another simple 3-step structure that always works. Step 1. Show that you know something about the company. Step 2. Connect the company's values or mission to your own interests. Step 3. Explain how this job fits your career goals. Let's go through each step with examples. Step 1. Show knowledge of the company. This means you need to do a little research before the interview. For example, I know that your company is known for excellent customer service. Or, I read that your company is expanding into international markets. Or, I saw on your website that you value innovation and teamwork. Step 2. Connect their values to your interests. Now you show why this is meaningful to you. For example, this is important to me because I enjoy helping customers and solving problems. Or, I am very interested in working in an international environment. Or, teamwork and innovation are also values that I strongly believe in. Step 3. Show how it fits your career goals. Here, you explain why this job is right for you now. For example, I believe this role will allow me to grow my skills and contribute to your company's success. Or, I am looking for a place where I can use my abilities and also keep learning new things. Now, let's put it all together into full answers. Example 1. I know that your company is well known for excellent customer service. This is important to me because I enjoy helping customers and solving problems. I believe this role will allow me to use my communication skills and also grow within the company. Example 2. I read that your company is expanding into international markets. I am very interested in working in an international environment where I can use my English skills and learn from different cultures. This position is a perfect opportunity for me to do that. Example 3. I saw on your website that your company values innovation and teamwork. These are also values that I strongly believe in. I want to work in a place where I can contribute creative ideas and collaborate with others. And I believe this company is the best place to do that. Do you notice how these answers are short, professional, and specific? They show that you are interested in this company, not just any company. That makes a big difference. Now, let's practice together. I want you to think of a company you would like to work for. Maybe it is a local company in your city, or maybe it is an international company. Think of one fact you know about the company. It could be their values, their products, or something you read on their website. Now, take that fact and connect it to your own interest. For example, if the company values teamwork, you can say, I also believe teamwork is important, and I enjoy working with others. Finally, explain how this job connects to your career goal. For example, I want to grow my skills and contribute to the company's success. Take a moment and say your answer out loud right now, even if you don't have the perfect words. Just practice. Speaking out loud will make you more confident. Here's an extra tip. If you don't know much about the company, that's okay. You can still give a general but positive answer. For example, I want to work here because I know this company has a strong reputation, and I am excited about the opportunity to learn and grow in this environment. It's always better to say something positive than to say, I don't know. But remember, if you can do a little research, your answer will be much stronger. Another tip. Try to avoid talking only about money. If you say, I want to work here because the salary is good, that doesn't sound professional. Of course, salary is important. But in the interview, you want to show motivation, interest, and passion. Let's quickly review the 3 steps. Show knowledge about the company. Connect it to your own values or interests. Explain how the job fits your goals. Now, let's practice one more strong example. I know that your company is focused on sustainability and environmentally friendly practices. This is something I care about deeply. Because I believe in protecting the environment, I would be very proud to work for a company that shares my values. And I believe this role is the right opportunity for me to contribute. That is a clear, strong answer. Before we finish part 3, I want to give you a quick challenge. Think of a real company you admire. Write down 3 sentences using the steps we learned. Then, practice saying them out loud 3 times. The more you repeat, the more natural you will sound. All right? In part 4, we will move to another very common and sometimes difficult question. Why should we hire you? This is a question where you need to show your strengths without sounding arrogant. I will show you a simple method to do that in the next part. So, stay with me. And remember, if you find this lesson useful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Learnify English. That way, you will always get new lessons to help you succeed. Take a deep breath, review your answer one more time, and let's get ready for part 4, where we will build a confident response to why should we hire you? We are going to focus on one of the most powerful questions in any job interview. Why should we hire you? This question can feel difficult because it sounds like you have to sell yourself. Many learners feel shy here. They don't want to sound arrogant or too confident. But remember, this is not about bragging. It's about showing the interviewer what value you can bring to the company. Think about it this way. The interviewer is asking, what makes you the right person for this job? If you can answer clearly, you will leave a very strong impression. Now, many candidates make mistakes here. Some give answers that are too vague, like, because I am hardworking, or because I am a fast learner. These answers are okay, but they are too general. Almost everyone says that. You need to make your answer more specific. So, let's use another 3-step structure to keep it simple and professional. Step 1. Mention your key strength. Step 2. Give a short example or achievement. Step 3. Connect your strength to the job. Let's break this down. Step 1. Mention your key strength. This could be communication skills, problem solving, teamwork, technical knowledge, or adaptability. Choose 1 or 2 that are most relevant to the job. For example, I am strong in communication and customer service. Or, I have strong technical skills in software development. Step 2. Give a short example or achievement. Here, you provide proof. Instead of just saying you are good at something, show it with an example. For example, in my previous role, I handled customer complaints and turned negative experiences into positive ones. Or, during my internship, I developed a small application that helped my team save time. Step 3. Connect your strength to the job. Finally, explain how this will help the company if they hire you. For example, I believe these skills will allow me to provide excellent support to your customers. Or, I know these technical skills will help me contribute to your software development team right away. Now, let's put everything together. Example 1. You should hire me because I am strong in communication and customer service. In my previous role, I handled customer complaints and turned negative experiences into positive ones. I believe these skills will allow me to provide excellent support to your customers and represent your company in a positive way. Example 2. You should hire me because I have strong technical skills in software development. During my internship, I developed a small application that helped my team save time. I know these technical skills will help me contribute to your software development projects effectively. Example 3. You should hire me because I am adaptable and a fast learner. In my last job, I had to quickly learn a new system, and within 2 weeks I was training others on how to use it. I believe this adaptability will allow me to quickly understand your company's processes and be productive right away. Do you see how these answers are clear, specific, and connected to the company? That is the key. Now, I want you to think about your own answer. Ask yourself, what is my biggest strength? Do I have one small example of using this strength? How does this strength connect to the job I want? Take a moment right now and try to say your answer out loud. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Just practice the structure. Here's another tip. Keep your answer positive, but not too long. About 3 to 5 sentences is enough. If you talk too much, the interviewer might lose interest. If you say too little, they won't remember you. The right balance is short, specific, and confident. Also, remember your body language. When you answer this question, sit up straight, make eye contact, and smile. Your confidence will make your words even stronger. Let's try one more advanced version. You should hire me because I combine strong leadership skills with attention to detail. For example, in my previous job, I led a small team on a marketing project, and we increased online engagement by 30%. I am confident that my ability to lead and manage details will help your team achieve great results. That's a powerful answer because it shows leadership, a real achievement, and a clear benefit to the company. Now, here's a small challenge for you before we move to the next part. Write down one of your key strengths. Then, think of one short example from your school, your internship, or your work experience. Finally, connect that to the job you want. Put it all into 3 sentences. That's your personal answer to why should we hire you. All right, let's quickly review. Don't be vague. Be specific. Use 3 steps. Strength, example, connection. Keep it short and professional. In part 5, we are going to work on another classic question. What are your strengths? This is similar, but it's a bit different because you can share more than one strength. I will show you how to do this without sounding like you are just listing qualities. So, stay with me. And remember, if you are finding these lessons helpful, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Learnify English. Your support helps us bring more lessons to learners around the world. Take one more deep breath, think of your key strength, and let's get ready for part 5, where we will build a clear, confident answer to what are your strengths. We are going to practice another very common interview question. What are your strengths? At first, this question sounds easy. After all, you just have to talk about the things you are good at. Right. But here's the problem. Many candidates make mistakes. Some people list too many strengths, and it sounds unrealistic. Others choose strengths that are not connected to the job. And some people give very general answers, like, I am hardworking, I am friendly, I am a team player. These answers are fine, but they don't make you stand out. So, how can you answer in a clear and professional way? I am going to show you a simple 3-step method again. Step 1. Choose 2 or 3 strengths that match the job. Step 2. Give short examples for each strength. Step 3. Connect them to how you can help the company. Let's go through this step by step. Step 1. Choose strengths that match the job. If you are applying for a customer service position, good strengths could be communication, patience, and problem solving. If you are applying for a software job, good strengths could be technical knowledge, attention to detail, and teamwork. If you are applying for a leadership role, good strengths could be decision-making, organization, and motivation. So, Before your interview, look at the job description and think, which of my strengths are most important for this job? Step 2. Give short examples. Don't just say, I am good at communication. Show it with an example. For instance, I am good at communication. In my last job, I trained new employees and helped customers understand our services. Step 3. Connect to the company. Finally, explain why this strength is useful for the job you are interviewing for. For example, I believe this will help me communicate clearly with your customers and represent the company well. Now, let's put it all together into full answers. Example 1. One of my strengths is communication. In my last job, I often worked directly with customers and explained solutions in a clear way. Another strength is problem solving. When customers had difficult issues, I stayed calm and found the best solution. I believe these strengths will help me provide excellent service to your clients. Example 2. My strengths are teamwork and adaptability. During my internship, I worked with a team on a software project. We had to finish in a short time, and I quickly learned new tools to support my team. I believe these strengths will help me adapt quickly to your company's systems and collaborate effectively with colleagues. Example 3. I would say my strengths are leadership and organization. In my previous job, I led a small team of 3 people and made sure tasks were completed on time. I organized weekly meetings to keep everyone on track. I believe these strengths will help me contribute to your company's projects and manage responsibilities effectively. Do you see how these answers are not too long, but they are specific and professional? That is the key. Now, let's practice together. I want you to think of 2 strengths that you really have. They don't need to be big or fancy. Simple strengths like being organized, being reliable, or being good with technology are all valuable. Now, think of one short example for each strength. It could be from school, from a job, from an internship, or even from volunteering. For example, I am organized. In university, I always managed my deadlines well and submitted work early. Finally, connect it to the company. I believe this will help me manage tasks efficiently in this role. Take a moment and try to say your answer out loud now. 2 strengths, 2 examples, and a short connection to the job. Here's an extra tip. Be honest. Don't try to invent strengths that you don't really have, because the interviewer might ask follow-up questions. If you say you are good at leadership, they may ask, can you give me an example of when you led a team? So make sure your strengths are true and that you can explain them with a real story. Also, don't give too many strengths. 2 or 3 is enough. If you give more than that, the interviewer may forget them, or it may sound like you are just listing qualities without depth. It's better to choose a few and explain them well. Let me give you one more advanced example. My strengths are attention to detail and creativity. In my last job, I was responsible for checking reports, and I always caught small errors before they became bigger problems. At the same time, I enjoy thinking creatively. For example, I suggested a new idea for presenting our data, and it helped my team communicate more clearly with clients. I believe this combination of detail and creativity will allow me to contribute to both accuracy and innovation in your company. That's a strong answer because it combines 2 strengths that complement each other. Now, before we finish part 5, I want you to write down your 2 or 3 strengths on a piece of paper. Then, write one short example for each. After that, practice saying them out loud 3 times. This way, when you are in the real interview, your answer will come out naturally. All right, let's quickly review. Don't just list strengths, explain them with examples. Choose 2 or 3 strengths that match the job. Connect them to how you can help the company. In part 6, we are going to cover the opposite question. What are your weaknesses? This can feel scary because you don't want to make yourself look bad. But there are smart strategies you can use to answer honestly while still sounding professional. I will show you exactly how in the next part. So stay tuned. And if you are learning a lot from this lesson, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Learnify English. That way, you won't miss the next parts, and you will keep improving step by step. Take a deep breath, practice your strengths, and get ready, because in part 6, we will tackle what are your weaknesses? With confidence. We talked about how to answer the question, what are your strengths? Now, we are going to face the opposite question, what are your weaknesses? For many candidates, this is one of the most difficult questions. Why? Because you don't want to say something too negative and make the interviewer think you are not good for the job. But you also don't want to say, I have no weaknesses, because that sounds unrealistic. Everyone has weaknesses. The key is to answer in a way that shows honesty, self-awareness, and improvement. So, how can you answer this question well? Let me give you a 3-step method again. Step 1. Choose a real weakness, but not a critical weakness for the job. Step 2. Explain briefly and honestly. Step 3. Show what you are doing to improve it. Let's go through this step by step. Step 1. Choose a real weakness. Don't say something like, my weakness is that I work too hard. That sounds fake, and interviewers have heard it many times. Instead, pick a weakness that is true, but not something that would stop you from doing the job well. For example, public speaking, being too detail-oriented, time management, asking for help, saying yes to too many tasks. If you are applying for a customer service job, don't say, my weakness is communication. That would be a big problem. But if you are applying for an office job, you could say, sometimes I focus too much on details, because that is not a deal breaker. Step 2. Explain briefly. Keep it simple. Don't tell a long story about your weakness. Just explain what it is. For example, one of my weaknesses is public speaking. In the past, I felt nervous when presenting in front of a group. Step 3. Show improvement. This is the most important part. Always show that you are working on your weakness. For example, to improve, I have been taking small opportunities to speak in meetings and I am practicing to feel more confident. I am still working on it, but I can already see progress. Now let's put this into full example answers. Example 1. One of my weaknesses is public speaking. I used to feel nervous when giving presentations. But recently, I joined a workshop and I practice by speaking in small team meetings. I am improving step by step, and I am more confident now than before. Example 2. My weakness is that sometimes I focus too much on details. I want everything to be perfect, and this sometimes slows me down. However, I am learning to balance quality with efficiency by setting time limits for myself. This way, I can still deliver good results without wasting time. Example 3. A weakness of mine is that I used to hesitate to ask for help. I wanted to solve problems on my own, but sometimes it took longer. Now, I try to communicate better with my team and ask when I need support. This has helped me become more efficient. Do you see the pattern? In all these answers, the candidate admits a real weakness, but then shows improvement. This makes you look honest, responsible, and professional. Now, let's practice together. I want you to think of one weakness you really have, something small, not too serious, but real. Then, think of one thing you are doing, or can do, to improve it. For example, weakness. I sometimes feel shy in meetings. Improvement. I started preparing short points before the meeting so I can speak with more confidence. Here's an important tip. Don't choose a weakness that is directly related to the main skill of the job. For example, if the job requires teamwork, don't say your weakness is teamwork. If the job requires computer skills, don't say you are bad with computers. Instead, pick something smaller, something that shows you are human, but also improving. Another tip: keep your tone positive. Don't sound too negative or guilty. Just explain calmly, and then focus more on the improvement. For example, listen to the difference. Bad answer: my weakness is that I am terrible with time management. I am always late and I can't organize myself. Better answer: sometimes I struggle with time management, but I have started using a calendar and reminders to organize my tasks better, and this has helped me become more punctual. The second answer is much stronger because it shows progress. All right, let's quickly review the 3 steps. Choose a real weakness, but not a major weakness for the job. Explain briefly and honestly. Show how you are improving it. That's the formula for answering this tricky question with confidence. Now, here's your task. Take a piece of paper and write down one weakness. Then, write one action you are taking to improve it. Practice saying your answer out loud 3 times. This will make you feel more comfortable and natural in the real interview. In Part 7, we will move on to another common question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? This question is not just about the future. It's also about how motivated and ambitious you are. I'll show you how to give an answer that makes you look focused and professional. So stay tuned. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Learnify English for more lessons. See you in Part 7. Welcome back. In the last part, we talked about how to answer the question, what are your weaknesses? Now, we're moving on to another classic interview question that almost always comes up. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? This question might sound simple, but it is very important. Why? Because interviewers want to know about your goals, motivation, and commitment. They don't expect you to know exactly what your life will look like in 5 years, but they do want to see that you are ambitious, focused, and that your future goals align with the company. So how should you answer this question? Let's break it down into a 3-step method again. Step 1. Show ambition and growth. Step 2. Connect your goals to the company or role. Step 3. Keep it realistic and flexible. Let's explore each step. Step 1. Show ambition and growth. Employers want to hire people who are motivated. If you say, I don't know, or I just want to survive, it doesn't sound strong. Instead, show that you want to learn, grow, and develop your skills. For example, in 5 years, I see myself having more responsibility and developing strong skills in this field. Step 2. Connect your goals to the company. If your answer sounds completely unrelated to the job, the employer might think you are not serious. For example, if you are applying for a marketing job and you say, in 5 years, I want to be a pilot, that doesn't make sense. Instead, connect your goals to the job or company. For example, in 5 years, I hope to grow into a leadership position where I can contribute to the success of my team and the company. Step 3. Keep it realistic and flexible. Don't make promises that sound unrealistic. Like in 5 years, I want to be the CEO of this company. That's too big. Instead, keep your answer professional but flexible. Employers know life can change, but they want to see that you have direction. For example, my long-term goal is to continue developing my skills in project management. In 5 years, I would like to take on more responsibilities, possibly leading a small team, but I'm also open to opportunities to grow with the company in the way that fits best. Now, let's look at some full example answers. Example 1. In 5 years, I see myself growing professionally in this field. I want to build strong skills in project management, and I hope to take on more responsibility, maybe leading a small team. I believe this company can give me opportunities to learn and develop, and I want to contribute to its success long term. Example 2. My goal in 5 years is to become more specialized in this industry. I want to develop advanced skills, continue learning, and become someone who can support new team members. I hope to be seen as a valuable part of the company and contribute to bigger projects. Example 3. In 5 years, I want to continue growing in this career. I would like to become more confident, take on leadership opportunities, and help my team reach its goals. I believe this company is the right place for me to develop because it values growth and teamwork. Do you see the pattern? In all these answers, the candidate is ambitious, realistic, and connected to the company. They don't give a vague answer, and they don't make an unrealistic promise. Now let's practice together. Imagine you are interviewing for your dream job. Take a moment to think. In 5 years, what do you want? More skills, more responsibility, a leadership role, or maybe to become an expert in your field. Write it down, and then try to connect it to the job you are applying for. Here's a quick exercise. Write, in 5 years, I want to. Then add, I hope to do this by growing in this company and contributing to its success. For example, in 5 years, I want to become a team leader in marketing. I hope to do this by developing my skills and helping this company achieve its goals. That's a solid answer. Here's an important tip. If you're not sure about your long-term future, it's okay. Just keep your answer general but positive. For example, in 5 years, I hope to have developed strong skills in this industry and to have grown into a role with more responsibility. I want to continue learning and supporting my team. This is safe, professional, and confident. Let's review the 3-step formula one more time. Show ambition and growth. Connect your goals to the company or role. Keep it realistic and flexible. If you follow this formula, you will sound professional, motivated, and prepared. Now, here's your task. Write down one possible answer to this question for yourself. Then, practice saying it out loud 3 times. Try to speak slowly, with confidence, and with a small smile. That will make you sound even more natural in the real interview. In Part 8, we'll move on to another common question. Why should we hire you? This is one of the most powerful questions in an interview. It's your chance to sell yourself and show why you are the best candidate. I'll give you a simple structure and examples to help you shine. So don't go anywhere. Keep watching. And remember to like and subscribe to Learnify English for more helpful lessons. See you in Part 8. We talked about how to answer, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Now, let's focus on one of the most powerful and direct questions in any job interview. Why should we hire you? This question is sometimes asked at the end of the interview, and it is your chance to sell yourself. The interviewer is basically saying, tell me why you are the best person for this job. If you answer well, you can leave a strong and lasting impression. If you answer poorly, the interviewer may forget you quickly. So how do we answer this question with confidence? Let's use a simple 3-step formula again. Step 1. Match your skills to the job. Step 2. Show your motivation and positive attitude. Step 3. End with confidence. Let's go deeper into each step. Step 1. Match your skills to the job. The interviewer doesn't just want to hear about your general skills. They want to hear about skills that are relevant to the job. So, before the interview, look at the job description. What does the company want? Communication skills, teamwork, problem solving. Then, choose the skills you have that match. For example, you should hire me because I have strong communication skills. I work well in a team, and I have experience handling customer service situations. Step 2. Show your motivation and positive attitude. Employers want people who are not only skilled, but also motivated and willing to learn. Show them that you want to work there, not just anywhere. For example, I am very motivated to join your company because I admire the way you value teamwork and innovation. Step 3. End with confidence. Your answer should finish strong. Don't sound unsure. End with a sentence that makes the interviewer feel confident about you. For example, I believe my skills and motivation make me a strong candidate, and I am ready to contribute to your team's success. Now let's put it all together with some full example answers. Example 1. You should hire me because I have the right skills and the right attitude for this job. I have experience in customer service, strong communication skills, and I work well under pressure. I am also highly motivated to join your company because I admire your focus on excellent service. I believe I can contribute positively and grow with your team. Example 2. I believe you should hire me because I am both qualified and enthusiastic. I have 2 years of experience in project coordination. I am detail-oriented, and I enjoy working with others to achieve results. I am motivated to join your company because I see opportunities to learn and contribute. I am confident I can bring value to your team. Example 3. You should hire me because I am reliable, hardworking, and eager to learn. I may not have all the experience yet, but I am quick to adapt, and I always give my best. I am excited about the chance to grow with this company, and I am confident that I can be a valuable member of your team. Notice something important. In all these examples, the candidate shows skills, motivation, and confidence. That's exactly what you need. Now, let's do a quick practice exercise. I want you to write 3 things. 1 skill you have that matches the job. 1 reason you want to work at this company. 1 sentence to show confidence. For example, skill. I have strong organizational skills. Reason. I admire how your company supports innovation. Confidence. I am confident I can bring value to your team. Then, combine them into a full answer. It might sound like this. You should hire me because I have strong organizational skills and experience in managing projects. I admire how your company supports innovation, and I want to be part of that. I am confident I can bring value to your team. That's clear, simple, and professional. Here's a tip. Keep your answers short and focused. Don't talk for too long. Around 30-45 seconds is perfect. Long answers can sound like you are rambling. Short, strong answers are easier to remember. Also, remember to say your answer with a smile and good energy. The way you speak can sometimes be more powerful than the words themselves. A confident tone can make a big difference. Let's review the formula one last time. Match your skills to the job. Show motivation and positive attitude. End with confidence. If you use this structure, you will sound professional, motivated, and ready to contribute. Now, here's your task. Write down your own answer to the question, "Why should we hire you?" Then, practice saying it 3 times. Record yourself if you can, and listen to how confident you sound. Adjust your tone, and make sure you end strong. In Part 9, we will move on to another important interview question. Why do you want to work here? This question tests your knowledge of the company and your true interest. I'll show you how to research and build a strong answer that makes you stand out. So keep watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Learnify English. See you in Part 9. We practiced answering, "Why should we hire you?" Now, let's move to another question that interviewers often ask. Why do you want to work here? At first, this question may sound simple, but it is actually very important. Why? Because employers want to know 2 things. Do you understand the company? Do you really want this job? Or are you just applying anywhere? If your answer shows that you know nothing about the company, the interviewer will think you are not serious. But if your answer shows that you have done some research and you truly care, then you will stand out from other candidates. So, how do you answer this question with confidence? Let's use a simple three-step method again. Step 1. Show knowledge of the company. Step 2. Connect the company's values or goals with your own. Step 3. Express excitement and motivation. Let's break these steps down. Step 1. Show knowledge of the company. Before your interview, take time to research the company, look at their website, social media, or news articles. Find one or two facts about them that you can mention in your answer. For example, maybe they are known for innovation, teamwork, or customer service. For example, I know your company is well respected in the industry for its innovative products. Step 2. Connect the company's values or goals with your own. Don't just say what the company is good at. Show how it matches your skills or values. For example, I want to be part of a company that values creativity because I enjoy developing new ideas and improving processes. Step 3. Express excitement and motivation. End your answer with enthusiasm. Show that you are motivated to work there, not just anywhere. For example, I am very excited about the opportunity to contribute to your team and grow with your company. Now let's look at some example answers. Example 1. I want to work here because I admire your company's commitment to innovation. I read about your recent project that introduced new technology to the market, and I find that inspiring. I believe this is the kind of environment where I can grow, learn, and contribute. Example 2. I am very impressed with your company's focus on teamwork and customer satisfaction. I value those qualities as well, and I enjoy working with others to create great results. That's why I am motivated to join your team. Example 3. I want to work here because your company has an excellent reputation for training and developing employees. I am eager to learn and improve my skills, and I believe this company can give me the right opportunities to grow while also contributing my strengths. Do you see the structure? Each answer shows knowledge, connection, and motivation. Now, let's practice together. I want you to choose one company you want to work for. Then, do 3 things. Write one fact about the company. Write one way that fact connects to you. Write one sentence showing excitement. For example, fact: your company is known for excellent customer service. Connection: I also enjoy helping people and solving problems. Excitement: I would be proud to be part of a team that values customer care. Put it all together. I want to work here because your company is known for excellent customer service. I also enjoy helping people and solving problems. And I would be proud to be part of a team that values customer care. That is short, professional, and confident. Here's an important tip. Don't give an answer that is too general, like I want to work here because I need a job. That shows no motivation. Also, don't focus only on money or benefits. Instead, focus on values, goals, or reputation. Let's review the formula again. Show knowledge of the company. Connect that to your skills or values. Express excitement and motivation. If you follow these steps, you will give a strong answer that proves you are serious and prepared. Now, here's your task. Write down one answer to why do you want to work here, based on the company you dream of joining. Then, practice saying it 3 times. Smile, speak clearly, and sound excited. That way, when the real question comes, you'll be ready. In part 10, we will move on to another classic interview question. Why did you leave your last job? This one can be tricky because you want to stay positive, even if you had problems in your last job. I'll show you how to answer it politely and professionally. So keep watching, and remember to like and subscribe to Learnify English. See you in part 10. We talked about how to answer, why do you want to work here? Now, let's move on to another very common question that many candidates find difficult. Why did you leave your last job? This question can feel uncomfortable, especially if you left your job because of problems. stress, or disagreements? But don't worry, I'm going to show you how to answer in a polite, professional, and positive way. First, let's understand why interviewers ask this question. They want to know, are you leaving your old job for a good reason? Are you professional and respectful when talking about your past employer? Are you looking for long-term growth? Not just running away from problems. So, how do we answer this question confidently? Let's use a 3-step strategy. Step 1. Stay positive. Never speak badly about your old boss, company, or coworkers, even if you had a bad experience. Keep your answer polite. Employers don't like hearing negativity because they might think you will speak badly about them in the future too. Step 2. Focus on growth. Show that you left your job because you wanted to learn more. Develop new skills or find new opportunities. Step 3. Keep it short and simple. Don't tell a long story. Just give one clear reason and move forward. Now let's look at some example answers. Example 1. Looking for growth. I enjoyed my time at my last job, but I felt I had learned as much as I could there. I am looking for new opportunities where I can continue to grow and take on more responsibility. Example 2. Wanting new challenges. I left my last job because I was ready for new challenges. I want to keep developing my skills, and I believe this position will allow me to grow professionally. Example 3. Company changes. My last company went through restructuring, and some positions were removed, including mine. I see this as an opportunity to find a role where I can use my skills and continue developing. Example 4. Career change. I decided to leave my last job because I wanted to move into a career that better matches my skills and interests. I believe this position is a great fit for me. Do you notice something? All of these answers are polite, positive, and professional. None of them complain about the old job. That's very important. Here are some bad examples you must avoid. I left because my boss was terrible. I didn't like my coworkers. I was bored and the job was awful. These answers sound negative and unprofessional. Always keep your answer respectful. Now, let's practice together. I want you to think of one real reason you left your last job. Maybe it was because you wanted more growth, more challenges, or a better fit. Then, write a short sentence that is positive. For example, real reason, I wanted a higher salary. Better way to say it, I wanted to find a role that offered more growth opportunities. Or, real reason, I hated my boss. Better way to say it, I wanted to find a position where I could continue developing in a positive environment. Do you see how the wording changes everything? You are still being honest, but you are saying it in a professional way. Here's another important tip. If you left your job because of personal reasons, like moving to another city, it's okay to say that. For example, I moved to a new city, so I am now looking for opportunities here. That's short and clear. Let's review the formula one more time. Stay positive. Never criticize your old company. Focus on growth. Show you want to learn and develop. Keep it short and simple. 1 or 2 sentences is enough. If you follow this formula, you will sound professional and confident. Now, here's your task. Write one short answer to this question for yourself. Practice saying it 3 times. Keep your tone calm and positive, and always smile when you say it. That way, you'll make a good impression in the real interview. In part 11, we'll move on to another important question. Can you tell me about a time you faced a challenge at work and how you handled it? This is a behavioral interview question, and it can be difficult if you are not prepared. But don't worry, I'll show you a simple method to structure your answer. So keep watching, and remember to like and subscribe to Learnify English. See you in part 11. Welcome back to Learnify English. In the last part, we learned how to answer, "Why did you leave your last job?" Now, let's talk about a different type of interview question, behavioral questions. Behavioral questions are very popular in interviews. They usually begin with, "Tell me about a time when," "Give me an example of," "Describe a situation where." These questions are important because they test how you acted in the past. Employers believe that your past behavior shows how you will act in the future. One of the most common behavioral questions is, "Can you tell me about a time you faced a challenge at work and how you handled it?" This question can be difficult if you are not prepared. But don't worry, I will give you a clear formula to answer it. The STAR method. S. Situation. Describe the situation briefly. T. Task. Explain your responsibility or the challenge. A. Action. Tell them what action you took. R. Result. Share the result of your action. This structure keeps your answer clear and professional. Let's look at some example answers. Example 1. Tight deadline. Situation. At my previous job, we had a project with a very tight deadline. Task. I was responsible for preparing a report that normally takes 1 week, but I only had 3 days. Action. I organized my time carefully, asked my team for support, and focused on the most important data. Result. We finished the report on time, and my manager was very happy with the quality. Example 2. Difficult customer. Situation. When I worked in customer service, I had a customer who was very upset. Task. My job was to solve the customer's problem and keep them satisfied. Action. I listened carefully, apologized sincerely, and offered a solution that worked for them. Result. The customer calmed down and thanked me for my patience. Later, they became a loyal customer. Example 3. Team conflict. Situation. During a group project, 2 team members disagreed strongly. Task. As the team leader, I needed to resolve the conflict so we could continue working. Action. I spoke to both members separately, listened to their opinions, and helped them find a compromise. Result. The conflict was resolved, and the project was completed successfully. Do you see how each answer follows the STAR method? It's short, clear, and shows that you solved the problem. Here are some tips for this question. Always choose a real example. Don't make up a story interviewers can usually tell. Pick an example where you had a positive outcome, even if the challenge was big. Show that you handled it well. Keep your answer professional. Don't complain about coworkers or managers. Focus on what you did. Now, let's practice together. Think about one challenge you faced at work, school, or even in a personal project. Then, write your answer using the STAR method. What was the situation? What was your responsibility? What action did you take? What was the result? For example, I once had to finish a group project with little time left. I organized the tasks, motivated my teammates, and created a clear schedule. As a result, we finished the project successfully and even received a high grade. That's a simple but effective answer. If you are preparing for interviews, I recommend practicing 2 or 3 STAR stories. That way, you can use them for different questions like, "Tell me about a time you worked under pressure." "Tell me about a time you solved a problem." "Tell me about a time you worked in a team." Often, the same story can fit many different questions. Let's review. Interviewers ask behavioral questions to see how you handled situations in the past. Use the STAR method. Situation, task, action, result. Keep your story positive, professional, and clear. Now, here's your task. Write 1 STAR story for yourself. Practice telling it out loud, slowly and clearly. Remember to smile and keep eye contact in the real interview. In Part 12, we will cover another very common interview question. What are your greatest strengths? This is your chance to shine and show why you are the best candidate. I'll teach you how to answer in a confident but humble way, so don't miss the next part. Keep watching. Learnify English. We practiced answering a challenging behavioral question using the STAR method. Now, let's shift to something more positive. Your strengths. Most interviewers will ask, what are your greatest strengths? This is your chance to show why you are a strong candidate. But many people make mistakes here. Some give very short answers like, I'm hardworking, I'm responsible, I'm friendly. These answers are okay, but they are too simple. Interviewers hear them all the time. If you want to stand out, you need to give a more complete answer. Here's how to answer this question in 3 clear steps. Step 1. Choose 2 or 3 strengths. Don't list too many. Focus on qualities that are important for the job. Step 2. Give a short explanation. Don't just say the strength, explain how it helps you in your work. Step 3. Give an example. Show how you used this strength in the past. This structure makes your answer specific and memorable. Now let's look at some examples. Example 1. Organized and detail-oriented. My greatest strengths are organization and attention to detail. I always plan my work carefully, and I make sure nothing is forgotten. For example, in my last job, I managed a database of hundreds of customers, and I kept the information accurate and up to date. Example 2. Communication skills. One of my biggest strengths is communication. I enjoy talking with people and explaining ideas clearly. For instance, when I worked as a team leader, I always made sure everyone understood their role, which helped the project run smoothly. Example 3. Problem solving. I think my greatest strength is problem solving. I enjoy finding solutions and thinking creatively. In my previous position, when we faced a technical issue, I researched alternatives and suggested a new method that saved time and money. Do you notice the pattern? Each answer is specific, not just a one-word reply. Here are some common strengths you can use. Communication, teamwork, leadership, organization, time management, adaptability, creativity, responsibility, attention to detail, problem solving. But remember, don't just say the word. Always give an example. Now, let me share a simple formula you can use. My greatest strength is strength. This helps me because reason. For example, give a short story. Let's practice together. Imagine you are preparing for an interview. Choose one of these strengths and try to say it with an example. For instance, my greatest strength is adaptability. This helps me because I can quickly adjust to new situations. For example, when my company introduced a new software system, I learned it quickly and then helped train my coworkers. That's a strong and clear answer. Here are some tips for answering this question well. Choose strengths that match the job. For example, if you are applying for a customer service job, mention communication or patience. Be confident but not arrogant. Don't say, I am the best at everything. Instead, say, one of my greatest strengths is. Keep your answer short, about 1 to 2 minutes. Now it's your turn. Think about your real strengths. What makes you a good worker, student, or teammate? Write down 2 or 3. Then add examples. Practice saying them out loud until you feel natural and confident. Let's quickly review. The question, what are your greatest strengths, is very common. Choose 2 or 3 strengths that fit the job. Always explain and give an example. Use the formula. Strength, reason, example. In part 13, we'll move on to the opposite question. What are your weaknesses? Many people fear this question, but don't worry. I'll show you how to answer it honestly while still making a good impression. So stay with me. Keep learning, and let's continue on this journey together. We talked about how to show your greatest strengths, but now, let's look at the opposite side, weaknesses. Many candidates feel nervous about this question. What are your weaknesses? Why do interviewers ask this? They want to see if you are honest, self-aware, and willing to improve. Nobody is perfect. So it's okay to talk about weaknesses as long as you do it the right way. Here's a simple formula for answering this question. Step 1. Choose a real weakness. Don't say something fake like, I work too hard or I'm a perfectionist, unless you can explain it naturally. Interviewers hear these too often. Step 2. Show what you are doing to improve. This is the key. Don't just say your weakness, explain how you are working on it. Step 3. Keep it professional. Don't choose a weakness that would stop you from doing the job. For example, if you are applying for a finance position, don't say I'm bad at math. Now let's look at some examples. Example 1. Public speaking. One of my weaknesses is public speaking. In the past, I felt nervous when talking in front of a large group, but I'm improving by practicing presentations with my team and taking an online communication course. I feel more confident now than before. Example 2. Delegating tasks. Sometimes I find it hard to delegate tasks because I want to make sure everything is perfect. But I've learned that teamwork is more effective when I trust others. Recently, I started giving my teammates more responsibility, and it has improved our productivity. Example 3. Overthinking. My weakness is that I sometimes overthink details. This can slow me down, but I've been working on prioritizing what's most important and setting time limits for myself. Now I can focus better and finish tasks more quickly. Do you see the pattern? Each answer admits a weakness honestly, shows what you are doing to improve, ends on a positive note. Here are some safe weaknesses you can use. Nervous with public speaking. Sometimes overthinking details. Taking on too many tasks at once. Needing more experience in a specific skill. Wanting to be perfect before sharing work. Just make sure your weakness is not critical for the job. Let me give you a simple formula you can practice. My weakness is weakness. In the past, this made situation, but I am improving by action. As a result, I feel more confident, stronger now. For example, my weakness is time management. In the past, I sometimes worked late to finish tasks, but I started using a planner and setting deadlines, and now I manage my time much better. Here are some tips for answering this question well. Don't say, I don't have any weaknesses. Everyone has weaknesses. And saying this can sound dishonest. Don't choose something that is a key skill for the job. For example, if you want to be a teacher, don't say your weakness is patience with students. Keep your answers short and positive. The goal is to show growth, not to focus on failure. Let's practice together. Think about one weakness you really have. Maybe it's speaking up in meetings, or maybe it's organizing your schedule. Write down your weakness, then add what you are doing to improve. For example, my weakness is speaking too fast. I get excited and talk quickly, but I am practicing slowing down and pausing. My friends say they understand me more clearly now. That is honest, simple, and shows improvement. Let's review. Interviewers ask about weaknesses to see honesty and self-awareness. Choose a real but safe weakness. Always explain how you are improving. Keep the answers short and positive. In Part 14, we'll learn how to answer another popular interview question. Why should we hire you? This is one of the most important questions of all, because it's your chance to convince the employer that you are the right person for the job. So stay with me. We're getting close to the most powerful part of interview preparation. We learned how to talk about your weaknesses honestly and positively. Now, let's look at a question that can make or break your interview. Why should we hire you? This question is often asked near the end of an interview. It's your chance to summarize your value and convince the employer that you are the best choice. Think of it like your final pitch, a short speech that shows why you are the right person. So, how do you answer it? Let's break it down into 3 clear steps. Step 1. Highlight your strengths that match the job. Look at the job description. What skills do they want? Choose 2 or 3 of your strengths that fit those requirements. Step 2. Show evidence. Don't just say, "I'm a good worker." Give short examples of how you used these strengths in the past. Step 3. Connect to the company. Show that you are not only qualified, but also motivated to contribute to their success. Now, let's look at some example answers. Example 1. Customer service role. You should hire me because I have strong communication skills and a passion for helping people. In my previous customer service job, I solved customer problems quickly and kept a high satisfaction rating. I'm excited to bring the same energy and commitment to your company to make your customers happy. Example 2. Office assistant role. I believe I'm the right candidate because I'm highly organized and detail-oriented. For example, in my last position, I managed schedules, emails, and reports for a busy team of 5 people. Everything ran smoothly because of my planning. I would love to bring that same level of organization to your office. Example 3. Sales position. You should hire me because I not only have strong sales experience, but I also understand how to build long-term relationships with clients. At my last job, I exceeded my sales targets by 20% by focusing on listening to clients' needs. I'm confident I can bring that success here as well. Do you see the pattern? Each answer lists relevant strengths, gives short evidence, connects the value to the new company. Here's a simple formula you can practice. You should hire me because I have strengths. In my previous experience, I believe I can bring the same results to your company and help you benefit. For example, you should hire me because I am adaptable and a fast learner. At my last job, I quickly learned a new software system and trained my team to use it effectively. I'm confident I can adapt to your company's tools and processes and contribute from the start. Now let's look at some tips for this question. Be confident. This is your time to shine. Speak clearly and positively. Don't just repeat your resume. Focus on how your skills will benefit them. Keep it short and powerful, about 1 minute. Here's a practice exercise for you. Think about the job you want. Write down 3 reasons why you are a good fit. Then combine them into one strong answer using the formula. Practice saying it out loud until it sounds natural. Let's review what we learned in this part. Why should we hire you? Is your chance to summarize your value. Use the 3 steps. Highlight strengths, give evidence, connect to company. Keep your answer confident, specific, and short. In part 15, we'll cover the final stage of the interview. Questions to ask the interviewer. Yes, that's right. The interviewer will also ask, "Do you have any questions for us?" I'll show you smart questions that make you look confident, professional, and genuinely interested in the job. So don't miss the final part. It's the last piece of your interview success toolkit. Welcome back to Learnify English. We've reached the final part of this interview preparation series. In the last lesson, we practiced answering the powerful question, "Why should we hire you?" Now, let's finish strong with the question that almost every interviewer asks at the end. Do you have any questions for us? Many candidates make the mistake of saying, "No, I don't have any questions." This is a missed opportunity. When an interviewer asks this, they are giving you a chance to show that you are truly interested in the company and the role. It's not just a polite question, it's a test of your curiosity and preparation. So, how should you respond? You should always prepare at least 2 or 3 smart questions. These questions should show your interest in the role, show that you are thinking about how you can contribute, help you decide if the job is right for you. Let's look at some examples of good questions to ask. Example 1. About the role. What does a typical day look like in this position? Example 2. About the team. Can you tell me more about the team I would be working with? Example 3. About success. What does success look like for this role in the first 6 months? Example 4. About the company. How does this company support employee growth and learning? Example 5. About the future. What are the biggest challenges the company is focusing on right now? And how can this role help? Do you see how these questions are positive and professional? They focus on learning more about the role and showing that you want to contribute. Here are some questions you should avoid. How much vacation time will I get? When can I take days off? What is the salary? Of course, salary and benefits are important, but you should only ask about them after the employer brings them up, or after you receive a job offer. Now, let's practice how to respond when the interviewer asks, "Do you have any questions for us?" Here's a sample response. Yes. Thank you. I actually have a couple of questions. First, what qualities do you think are most important for someone to succeed in this position? And second, what opportunities for training and growth are available within the company? This answer is polite, professional, and shows genuine interest. Here are some tips for this final stage. Always prepare your questions before the interview. Choose questions that focus on the role, the team, or the company, not just personal benefits. Ask with curiosity and a positive attitude. Now let's review everything we've learned in this series. How to introduce yourself with confidence. How to answer, "Tell me about yourself." How to respond to, "Why do you want this job?" How to talk about your experience, your strengths, and your weaknesses. How to handle behavioral questions with the STAR method. How to answer, "Why should we hire you?" And finally, how to ask smart questions at the end. If you followed along from part 1 to part 15, you now have a complete toolkit to prepare for any interview in English. Remember, success comes from practice. Don't just listen, practice speaking your answers out loud. Record yourself, or practice with a friend. The more you practice, the more confident you will feel in the real interview. Before we close, I want to remind you, interviews are not only about the company choosing you, they are also about you choosing the company. Asking good questions helps you decide if the job is right for you. So next time you hear, "Do you have any questions for us?" Smile, take a breath, and confidently ask your prepared questions. Thank you so much for learning with me today. I'm Lauren, and this is Learnify English. If you found this series helpful, please support us by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing it with your friends. Your support helps us keep creating more content to help learners around the world succeed in English. I wish you the best of luck with your interviews. You are ready, you are confident, and you can do this. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and I'll see you in the next lesson here on Learnify English.